everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're finding me for the very first time, please hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when we put up new content here on our channel. We've had a lot of news here for the streaming wars. They are real, ladies and gentlemen. I did a video also on the announcement of AT&T selling Warner Media to Discovery, and obviously all the ramifications and what that deal is going to entail moving forward here for Hollywood. But on the heels of that, we also have another acquisition that could be in the works here that is going to be just as significant. So let's check it out here. This comes to us from Variety. Amazon is said to make $9 billion offer for MGM, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, their studio here. Amazon is weeks into negotiation on a deal to acquire MGM for about $9 billion. Chatter that Amazon and other tech giants have been sniffing around MGM has circulated for some time, but sources indicated that Amazon's interest in acquiring the studio has taken on new tenure beyond the usual rumor mill. The deal is said to be being orchestrated by Mike Hopkins, Senior VP of Amazon Studios and Prime Video, directly with MGM board chairman Kevin Ulrich, whose Anchorage Capital is a major MGM shareholder. They basically put the thing up for sale. News of Amazon's talks with MGM began to swirl this weekend. The information reported Monday that Amazon was in talks about a potential deal for MGM, which could run between $7 billion and $10 billion. Industry sources said MGM reps have been whispering to prospective buyers for about a month about a price tag of $9 billion, while others see it as worth about $5 billion, which I believe like Lucasfilm and stuff was sold for around $4 billion, so it makes some sense here. In a sign that Amazon has upped its focus on entertainment, last week the company announced that it had tapped Jeff Blackburn, a former high-ranking executive who recently exited the e-commerce giant to return to Amazon in a new role, overseeing a consolidated global media and entertainment group. Obviously, a lot of the details here, but the big thing here is if this were to take place, Amazon would now own the rights to James Bond, Hobbit, I guess, but I thought it could be a different sort of thing. But I think Warner Media had the Lord of the Rings. Obviously, maybe this is a little bit separate here. But Rocky, maybe Hobbit's another thing. Rocky, Creed, RoboCop, and the Pink Panther franchises, as well as movies like The Silence of the Lambs, The Magnificent Seven, and Four Weddings and a Funeral. Looks like they would also include Stargate SG-1, Stargate Atlantis, Fargo, Vikings, The Handmaid's Tale, Get Shorty, Condor, Fame, American Gladiators, Teen Wolf, In the Heat of the Night, as well as unscripted shows in its portfolio. It would include The Voice, Survivor, Shark Tank, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and The Hills. This is going to the streaming wars, like I said, are very real. All these companies are now trying to, acquire as much content as possible in order to compete with the two big moguls right now, and that's Netflix and Disney. Now, obviously, when it comes to the AT&T deal that I discussed in my other video, it's got a lot of other wrinkles involved with it. But in this case, Amazon Prime and their video service is trying to compete with these other conglomerates that are clearly teaming up and forming here to compete in this ever-competitive streaming market, which is the way of the future, I think. Obviously, we're still going to have theaters, I think. I believe, if anything, this pandemic has shown us that theaters are not going to be going anywhere, especially when it comes to some of the stories, like I said, in the AT&T deal about how theaters are going to, some movies are going to be, probably going back to exclusive windows to theaters, because obviously that's where these new productions make their biggest profit, is in the movie theaters. But as it comes to like home entertainment and obviously streaming these films after their theatrical window, streaming is becoming the way to go. I mean, DVDs are kind of gone at this point. Blu-rays are on their way out. Most companies, I believe, are even stopping production on Blu-ray players. So this is going to become the wave of the future. And if you're going to compete with Disney, Netflix, and probably this combination of HBO Max and Disney, or Discovery Plus, I should say, these other companies are going to have to step it up, and Amazon is clearly looking to find other things. I don't know where this is going to put Paramount Plus and some of these other services as well. They have their own properties over there as well, but again, in order to compete, you're going to have to get as much IP as physically possible, and this makes all the sense in the world for Amazon to be sniffing around for this. And I hear even Universal could be in the game a little bit to maybe even join Warner Media and Discovery. So we'll see if that becomes a thing too, because Universal owns Peacock, and if you get all of that content on one service, it could be definitely a big a service to be. But in a way, this could be good though for consumers to a degree, because right now we've got so many different streaming services. Right now, there's probably 5, 6, or 7 of them that are actually relatively worth having, and it would probably condense that down to maybe 3 or 4. So, and if nothing else, maybe your monthly bill will be a little bit cheaper when all this is said and done. But all this is probably years away from actually consolidating into more lesser services. But but the wheels are definitely in motion for Hollywood to have a big change here, and all these companies are making these moves out of fear so that they don't lose their hold, obviously financially, and making profit and things like that. So I totally understand the moves here. But what do you guys think about Amazon possibly acquiring MGM Studios? Obviously, a lot of good properties there that they could actually expand upon and maybe even make more films and TV shows based around them. Comment down below, let me know, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you get all the notifications about, or all the content that I put up here on my channel. But definitely don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content on my channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.
We about to turn it on.